All right. Any body damage the size of a baseball? Any dents or anything the size of a baseball or larger?
Yes, multiple.
Okay. Where are the dents at on the vehicle? Everywhere or certain spots?
Everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere. All right. All four sides of the vehicle.
It looks like I got hit by a hurricane, so it's,
tossed up.
Yeah.
Tossed up into a tornado.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So like the windows are all broken. You know if it's had any water damage, like brain damage?
Yeah, it's got that too.
Or any fire damage?
No fire damage.
Okay.
It does have that going for it. No fire damage.
All right. Well, Pedal can provide a free towing service and pay you $180 on the spot to tow away the vehicle. Would you?
$180, that's a deal, bro. Putting some gas in the Jeep real quick because it's probably below E. Because the fuel gauge does not work. How many stabs does it take to get to the center of the gas cap?
Oh, I thought he was going over there. Hey, you want to play follow the leader? You can lead.
You can do it, mate.
You can do it.
If I get a tow strap.
We got 2 tow straps.
Yeah, bro, it's right here.
Why do you want to torture my car again?
I think we convinced him. I definitely think we convinced him. Gosh dang, dude.
This is pure enjoyment.
I think he's stuck.
Look all right. It is a lot more soupier than I thought, honestly.
We got Joe stuck, but we're gonna go ahead and get the Geo out first.
Your fault.
I really thought it wasn't this soupy. No, that's my
Yeah,
fault.
that's why I said if it's this soupy, I don't want to go off-roading.
So it just rained really hard the past 2 days. It's really bad out here, so hopefully we can do this. We'll find out though. Okay, so here's the Geo. The plan is, as most of y'all know, originally Zach hit the tree, and you hit the tree on this side, which if you guys look at it, passenger side, driver's side. The driver's side wheel is obviously farther over than the passenger side is. So the control arm is bent, a whole bunch of the suspension parts are bent. So the plan is hook the winch, that winch, up to the control arm, and we're gonna try and winch the control arm and bend it back so this wheel can at least rotate. That's the plan.
Yeah.
So this is Joe's first time seeing the Geo in person, and what are you thinking?
It didn't deserve that.
No, it didn't.
What? Just like,
We got the tow strap here, hooked up to the control arm, to the winch.
So pull the e-brake.
It's barely hitting the door there, so I think we'll probably be okay. My dumb ass forgot to bring the key for it. Oh wait, it's in the Montero.
I mean the one that we got stuck because y'all are like, you should just go off-roading, it'll be okay, we can pull it out.
We're just going to drag her straight out. We're going to attempt to. So what I'm going to do is unwinch, relocate the strap, and hook it onto the bumper right there. It is a little loose, so that does bore me a little bit. And then we're just going to hook the D-loop to the back end of my trail hitch receiver. I don't want to use chains because chains tend to break and are kind of dangerous when you're doing that. This is a little more safer than a chain. And this has a 15,000 pound rating for towing, or I mean for pulling, so we should be fine.
We can tell there's some weather moving in. Like today's the first day it stopped raining over the past few days, and we can tell there's more rain coming, so we're on a time crunch right now to get this done.
That's a storm coming in.
Yeah,
the radar doesn't show anything.
Flash flood warning. Just wrap it around like that.
And feed it through itself?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna back the Jeep up, and you're gonna put the D-loop on that.
Okay. What I'm thinking is gonna happen is when he starts pulling it, we don't have to worry too much about steering it because it's gonna be so close to the back of it. The only thing we have to worry about is it getting hitting something else important.
We're literally gonna be dragging the Geo through. We probably have to go probably about 1/8 of a mile, right, to the entrance.
Yeah, probably about 1/8 of a mile.
So we have probably at least a couple hundred feet of trail to go through. It's so muddy out here. Hopefully we can do this.
Alright, very good.
Yeah. All right, guys. Here we go. actually working way better than I thought it would so far. This is the hard part right here, guys. So Zach's trying to push the Geo backwards right now. What are you thinking?
It's bad. That's what I'm thinking.
This is so soupy. With the added weight, it's pulling the Jeep down and it's not wanting to grip, and we're basically just digging ourselves in a hole right now, pulling through this soupy shit. So right now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move the Jeep right over here, pull the winch out, and basically use the winch to pull it more that way. So I'm not having to put so much wear and tear on the axles right now, because that's my main worry right now is the axles. So we're gonna winch it that way and then make our own trail. I'm gonna turn the Jeep around, winch it, get back on the road.
Fortunately, and for the sake of the pun, we aren't out of the woods yet.
Just FYI, watch that bumper or just get ready to duck.
Okay. It rolls pretty smooth, yeah. There goes the bumper. Well, bye-bye bumper.
Attach the control arm.
Yeah, that's one thing I think of. I decided to give it a little yank and it kind of ripped the bumper off. Be cautious of stuff snapping, and because this is pretty dangerous.
What windshield?
That one.
Since I ripped the bumper off, we're going to wrap this just directly around the body of it. And worst case scenario, I rip out the body. I mean...
Oh, you're attaching it to the core support?
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have to winch. Slowly but surely. There you go.
Come on, Manfred! Woo!
No, it's taut.
Go, 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 go! Alright guys, we are at the hardest part on the entire trail, about to cross it. Hopefully he can do it.
Good luck.
We've done good so far. There you go.
Hey, give it a little bit of a yank. I'm gonna try and push again.
There you go.
Hang on. Woo! This is like super light.
Oh, we still got one more vehicle we have to go rescue.
Joe's doing so much. Joe gets a cookie.
Hey, at least I'm helping you.
I have to get the shot, man. Just one big thing I want to note. Yes, we're not winching properly. We should have gloves and we should have like some kind of blanket for the line. We don't have that. Don't do as we do. We're making sure we're far enough away from it though. But yeah, this is not the safe way to do this. So I get that. I know we're still gonna get hate for it, but whatever.
Yeah.
So
just try to be a little bit nicer because we are at least trying to be safe with the way we're doing it.
Winch in! Winch in! Try now, full. Okay, so the reason why we are not using the tree saver right now is we're being a little cautious because if you look right here, it has gotten torn up and that's not really safe. Some of you might say, oh, you're fine, keep using it. But me, I kind of like my head. I like my ugly face that I got. We're not using this. This is actually gonna be trashed just because I do not like this and it's not safe to use equipment that's already torn up. So we got Joe's Montero hooked up and hope to God that tow hook doesn't break off.
They shouldn't.
Shouldn't. What is up, you guys? It is day 2 in getting the Geo, well, recovering the Geo out of the woods. Currently right now I'm sitting in Big Red right now because it is raining. It's been raining all night and it is still raining. This place is just completely flooded. Everywhere you look is standing water. This whole ground is saturated and just filled with water. It is currently 39 degrees out here in Texas. Gabe and Joe are both at work right now, so I'm the only one that can recover this vehicle. And right now, basically we have a towing company that's waiting on me to get the Geo out of the woods and get it to a concreted area so they can pick it up and pay us, and so we can get rid of this Geo. It's also gonna be a very sad day to see this thing go because it was a lot of fun and I'm definitely gonna miss this Geo, but there's gonna be a lot more coming. With that said, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on hooking the Geo up, and I apologize for the water that's gonna be getting on the lens. I'm gonna do my best to get some good shots and to get some shots where you guys can see what's clearly going on, what I'm doing and all that. My plan is to just hook the Geo up to the winch and basically winch at 10 feet, unlock the spool and back up, lock the spool and just keep winching it. I accidentally yanked on it a little too hard and ripped the bumper off of it, and also I ripped the little circle part on the trailer hitch on my back of my Jeep. So I have no way unhooking it on the rear and just pulling it out. So basically I'm gonna be doing a lot of freaking winching today. This winch is gonna be really tested. It's already been tested a lot yesterday and it's gonna be really tested today in the rain. And it's actually starting to rain even more, so I'm gonna get to it. But yeah, enjoy the fun while I freeze my butt off in this freezing rain and ice cold weather. Okay, so we're already having problems. Yesterday when we were winding up the winch line is very, very dirty. So it's getting binded up. So what I'm gonna do is free the spool and back up to release and kind of free the stuck line, the winch right there. All right, so I got that freed up. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back up until the winch line gets tight and I'm gonna start winching in. And it's already getting more rain. All right. We're gonna do this. We got this, guys. Okay, so I don't know if you guys were able to see that, but since it's so mucky and it's basically a swamp out here, it's so swamped, the Jeep was getting pulled forward as I was winching. I was digging in just a little bit, but wasn't doing any good. I moved the car a little bit. So I'm gonna have to find a spot to where I can anchor down the rear somehow with some chains and get this thing pulled out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unhook the spool and back the Jeep up. See, right now, that is where it broke off. So I can't hook up back to right there. So what I'm thinking is wrap the chain right through here, around, and back up the Jeep to right there and hook the chain to that tree and use that as a hooking point to hold myself down so I'm not just sliding in this mud while I'm munching forward. And yes, it might cause some damage in the rear, but I can fix that. I can chop it and refix it, but I have to get this thing out here before 5 o'clock, so I gotta do what I gotta do. You guys can see this place is just completely flooded. That's what's really making it hard. So I got good news and bad news. Good news is I got to the tree where I'm going to anchor to. Now look at all this, man. It's just swampy. And when I went over this bump, I had to give a little more, give a little bit of gas, and I think I broke the U-joint in the driver's side front tire. The wheel started wobbling really bad left to right, and something is broken in there. I know that for a fact. It sucks, but I gotta get this job done, and it's okay if I break this thing right now because we gotta get this thing out as a main priority. That I can fix later. I'll pull my winch out and hook the car and try to keep it as much as possible in this rut area so I can go behind it in 2-wheel drive or maybe 4-wheel drive if I still have it, if my wheel doesn't fall off, and push it all the way out. So the danger level and risk level just got way the higher. So winch line is hooked up, towel blanket is hooked up for the winch line. We'll set you guys down, start winching her forward. So this one goes. Alright, you guys, either A, my alternator went out where it's not charging the battery, or B, my battery just completely dead because the Jeep's not starting anymore. It's not like the battery's dead. So I'm thinking the alternator went out on the Jeep. So now I have to walk 2 miles back to the Miata, go get the Miata. So now I gotta start walking and make this quick because it is 12:15 and I have to have this Jeep in that parking lot by 4 o'clock, no later. So I got a long walk ahead, boys. As I was walking down that little tiny hill right there, I fucking fell and slipped. So now my ass is all muddy. It wasn't before. So now I'm about to get the Miata all dirty, which I'm kind of pissed off about now. This has gone from good to bad to bad to fucking worse, mate. It's gonna be a long ass day. Okay, so I got my buddy John. He's gonna bring his pickup truck and he's gonna help me get this Geo out of here. So things are looking up. He has a very well built and very good quality rig he's bringing out, and he's gonna help me get it out. Get this thing out. I'm happy. Now all I gotta do is get the Jeep started and not kill it. We're good. We're getting this thing out today, boys and girls. Woohoo! I'll tell you whenever you start getting tight, you got like 10 feet to go. A little bit more. All right, about to get tight. All right, you're tight. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so we are going to try to get the Jeep started, and I'm gonna get the winch line pulled into the Jeep, and we're going to try to push it from the rear. We're giving it a go. We got it! I sure do appreciate it.